Hello well-wishers and welcome to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a beautiful flower and an interesting poem written by Ralph Waldo Emerson called Rhodora. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. Ralph Waldo Emerson was an American essayist, philosopher and a poet who played an important role in a movement which was very popular around the mid-19th century, and the name of this movement was Transcendentalism. And he was a prominent American figure in the literature part of it. He was self-reliant and he also realized that there is a sense of inherent goodness in people, and we will see through this work how he tries to develop the relationship between humanity and nature. Now, the poem Rhodora was written by Emerson during the early 19th century, and I told you this was a period where there was a lot of interest and focus in nature, and that is what is also seen in the Transcendental movement. I'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. For those who might be interested, I'll just give like a short glimpse to you of what exactly was Transcendentalism. Now, the poem that we are doing reflects on Emerson's deep appreciation for the beauty of nature and his belief that there is a sense of inner or intrinsic value in beauty. And that brings me to discussing the central message of the poem, which revolves around the idea that beauty, which in this poem is represented by the Rhodora flower, is something that deserves an individual existence of its own. Immerse suggests that beauty does not need to justify itself to anyone. It exists independently and should be appreciated the way it is without questioning the purpose of that beauty or that element which is considered beautiful. And the poem also encourages to think deeply about the wonders of nature and find that inner or intrinsic value which is there in nature. Here is the complete poem for you at a glance. It's a short poem, but trust me, it's a very, very beautiful and meaningful poem. And now I'm going to start decoding the line by line meaning of it by breaking the poem into smaller parts. Let us now decode the line-by-line meaning of the poem. On being asked, whence is the flower? In May, when sea winds pierced our solitudes, I found the fresh Rhodora in the woods, spreading its leafless blooms in a damp nook. Nook means in a damp corner, to please the desert and the sluggish brook. So in the opening stanza, the speaker describes that how he found the flower Rhodora in the month of May during a time when the winds were blowing from the sea, and it was, the place of nature was extremely quiet, and at that time the sea winds were blowing. The Rhodora is found in a secluded spot, spreading its flowers without leaves and contributing to the beauty of this lonely surrounding. The purple petals fallen in the pool made the black water with their beauty gay. Gay means happiness. Here might the red bird come his plumes to cool. The word plumes means feathers. So perhaps the red bird will come to cool its feathers over here and coat the flower that cheapens his array. So the fallen purple petals of the Rhodora flower create a contrast with the dark water in the pool, enhancing the beauty, because otherwise the pool was dull and grey in color, but with the falling of the petals into the pool or the pond area, it made it look beautiful. It added to the beauty of that pond. The speaker then envisions or imagines that a red bird attracted by the flower's beauty will come to this pool to refresh its plumes, its feathers, and then admire the Rhodora. Then he goes on to say, Rhodora, if the sages ask thee why this charm is wasted on the earth and sky, tell them, dear, that if eyes were made for seeing, then beauty is its own excuse for being. What a beautiful way in which the poet has put it. Here the speaker is addressing the flower directly, suggesting that if wise, intelligent individuals ever question what is the purpose of your beauty as being a flower, you have to respond by saying that beauty is not wasted, rather it exists for its own sake. You never see a flower defending its purpose of being alive on the earth. Okay, so the idea is that the very nature of eyes implies the existence of beauty for appreciation. He is mentioning over here about the eyes, trying to say that eyes exist to appreciate the beauty of nature. Now it is up to the human beings whether they want to appreciate the beauty of elements of nature or not, but beauty exists for its own sake. Towards the end of the poem he says, "Why thou wert there, O rival of the rose? I never thought to ask, I never knew, but in my simple ignorance suppose the self-same part that brought me there brought you." So in the final part of the poem, the speaker expresses his ignorance about why the Rhodora flower exists, but suggests a shared purpose between the speaker and the flower. Both the speaker and the flower Rhodora were brought over here by the same force. Here it could be, if you believe in God, then God. And the speaker acknowledges that the Rhodora flower is as worthy, as important as the rival. Who is the rival of the Rhodora flower? The rose, in terms of beauty. That is, you see that you do not need to always compare. Just because everyone knows about the flower rose and everyone appreciates it, uses it as a way to express emotions, a pink rose for maybe friendship, a red rose for expressing one's love for the beloved, but that is not the only way. There are other flowers that also exist, and they are equally important in terms of adding to the beauty of nature. I know there are these flowers which are available in winters called the petunia flowers. Now those flowers are also beautiful in their own way. If you also turn your attention to the various flowers which are offered to God, you will see lotus, the hibiscus, and other such plants, flowers which are readily offered as offerings to God during different times of worship. So you cannot underestimate the beauty of one flower for the other, and in the larger context at the same time. Each individual is unique, so you don't need to compare between two individuals, but rather appreciate each individual for his own sake. Let us know about the major themes of the poem now. Firstly, the poem explores the theme of beauty by suggesting that beauty does not require any justification, any acknowledgement, any clarification from anyone. It exists independently, individually, and is valuable in itself. Secondly, Emerson marvels, or he is amazed by the beauty of the flower Rhodora, emphasizing the splendor that is found even in the most remote, desolate, and less visited places, unexplored kind of places. So you don't always need to go to Kashmir in winters, or perhaps say Darjeeling in winters, in order to explore the beauty. You can find beauty around you. You just need to look carefully. And about Transcendentalism, I'll just talk about it in details in a minute. Okay, to tell you about Transcendentalism, it was a philosophical movement that started in the 19th century, and the people who contributed to the development of this theory were, firstly, you've got Ralph Waldo Emerson, and secondly, we have Henry David Thoreau. Okay, now what is this philosophy all about? To tell it to you in a very, very simple manner, it basically tells us to emphasize on the goodness that is there in people and nature. It advocates, or it promotes the idea of being independent, self-reliant, having an intuition. We all have that intuition. We need to believe in that, and we need to connect with the divine. Now, transcendentalists believe that individuals have an inner or innate capacity to connect with the higher spiritual reality through their intuition and personal experience rather than relying only on religion. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.